Welcome back, bros, to another video review. Today, I have the opportunity to take a look at another Transformer figure from the Age of the Primes Wave 3. Here we have Venin, but we all know it is Venom.
Now here is your video.
So as for the contents, we get basically the figure himself, who was Venom, and we get his two accessories, his blaster and his hatchet, I guess you could say, or axe attachment or whatever. And then standard to all Transformer figures, he comes with an instruction manual. So right off the bat, guys, I never knew about this Insecticon. I mean, I've seen him as a G1 toy, but I was like, yo, he never appeared in the show. And that is correct. He appeared in the comics for Transformers, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but yes, there were some licensing issues with another company. Hasbro did not own this figure. They were able to produce a toy, but they couldn't put it in the show. I think another company, from what I read on TF Wiki, Bandai, I think, had the rights to this Insecticon. So it's pretty cool that Hasbro has given us this figure to basically perfect that G1 character into new modern articulation, which is great in my opinion. Check out the details that Hasbro has given us for this very cool and impressive Insecticon, and I'm liking what Hasbro has done so far with Venom. And bros, I just wanted to zoom in and take a closer look at the details. I am just thoroughly impressed with this figure. I mean, it's hands down one of the best figures, and I kind of wish I could redo the voting on the best Age of the Primes figure for this year. I would pick Venin or Venom, basically. The way this is put together is made out of green, lime green plastic, like a reddish orange, translucent on the figure for the head sculpt, the eyes, the chest, the wings. It's got gray plastic, orange plastic, a decent amount of paint details on this figure. So yes, it looks good, guys. I have no complaints on how awesome and cool this figure turned out, and I'm really looking forward to what they're doing coming in the future. So when it comes to the articulation on this figure, it is the same as what we get as standard deluxe class figures. Just to take this off, just use this arm. The arm goes all the way out. It rotates a full 360. It is on a hinge right here, so it can hinge in and out. It also has a upper or lower bicep swivel. It can bend 90 degrees, as you see. The hand does go in and out, and that's due to transformation. The head can look left, it can look right, it can look up, it can look down that far. It also has a waist swivel, if you weren't aware. It twists right there. The knee can bend more than 90 degrees, as you can see, because of transformation. The foot is articulated on a hinge right here. It can move forward and back. I'm shocked because I didn't think it could do that. It's on a little swivel. The toe can bend in and out. So it has all the articulation that we want with standardized deluxe class figures. So there's no complaints there. And let's go ahead and bring out some more figures for comparisons. And here we are for my first comparison. Now, right off the bat, guys, you're like, bro, you did it. You have completed perfection. Hasbro, you have completed perfection by making all four of these Insecticons. They look good. Yes, I am aware that two of them are straight reissues of the figures that we've already received as kickback and also shrapnel. Now, when it comes to Bombshell, it's sort of like a remold / repaint right here for Barrage. And then we have the star of the show, Venom, the leader of the Insecticons. I mean, this group just looks good, and it kind of gives me 90 vibes of these bright clashing colors with the black and yellow and the green and orange and the green and yellow and then the brown and orange. It just gives me good vibes, guys. I'm really digging how these figures turned out, and I appreciate Hasbro completing the group. And for my last comparison, here we have the Studio Series Leader Class Megatron as a measuring stick, so that you can see how well these figures scale with other figures you may have in your collection. Now, if you were wondering, Where did I get all of these Insecticons from to complete the trio? Well, this one right here, Ramsack, came from the Target 4-pack a while back. It was with like a, I want to say it was a hubcap or something like that, and some other stuff in there in that 4-pack a while back. And then these two are from the Amazon Wrecking Doom 2-pack that was on sale this past week. So if you missed out or if it's still on sale, grab them. And then now you could try to track down a Ramsack to complete your 4 group members of the Insecticon. Was it a quadruplet or something like that? Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So now it's time for transformation. If you haven't already, pull out the accessory because you can put that on later. Just slide it out. So the first thing I want to turn your attention to, let's go ahead and do the arms. Fold down the fist, fold down the fist, hold the arms up like this. And then what you're going to want to do is accordion this piece right here on itself. Keep going. It feels real stuffed or real sturdy or like it doesn't want to budge. So yes, that's what you want to do. Do the same thing for the other side. Accordion it in on that joint right there. And you're left with this. Now what you want to do is dislodge the head. And now you're going to slide these joints in and they're going to connect together. So go ahead and slide them in like that. And like I said, it feels real hard and forceful. So I really don't like that. Because the first time I did it, I felt like I was going to break the figure. So I was like, dang, this really sucks, man. I don't want to break this figure right off the bat. So if you want, you can go ahead and get the head out the way and just tuck that in just like that so that you have the bug head done. Make sure they're all pushed in the right way. And then the head just tabs in and you could tuck the antennae. So that's one part already done. Now we're going to turn our attentions to the wings. I just get those out the way. So let's go ahead and turn our attention to the feet. But before we get there, move these out the way too, because they could tend to get in the way sometimes when transforming our figure. So now that these are out the way, let's look at the feet. Fold in the toes, then hinge back the feet, or let's like this. Now what you want to do is rotate them just like this and like this. So what we're going to do is, actually we're going to do it like this. Rotate them like this. So I like doing it backwards, guys. You're going to flatten this out in here, straighten it all the way out, flatten it out. All right, and now we're going to start to accordion this on itself just like that. As you see, it just locked in. No issues there. Do the same thing for this one, accordion. And then the thing that I don't like is these little teeny tabs right here that they don't always click in. So sometimes when they don't click in, it doesn't like, now see this right here, lift up and then click them in that way, because you can't, if you just jam it in, you're gonna make the tolerance for that part right there not work very well. And you don't want to do that. And then what you're gonna do is slide the arms down and they're gonna groove right in here. I don't know if you can see it, it's a groove. They just slide in right there and then they're locked in. And then do the same thing for this one. Give it a nice little push, it's locked in. So now you have Venom in his alt mode so far. You just articulate the wings the way you want them. I like mine clicked in because there are pieces. You can click in right there. And now it's up to you how you want to do the legs. You can choose whatever configuration that satisfies you. So I'm just making them all pretty much raised off the ground because I like putting the hatchet on the side versus putting it on 2 sets of the holes right here, because he's got one there and he's got there. This just looks better for me. And now we have Venom transformed into his alt mode, and it looks pretty cool. So here we have Venom transformed into its locust mode. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it is gorgeous. Hasbro has done a terrific job on this figure. And I want to continue taking a look at the details on this figure. So right off the bat, guys, I stored the weapon like this. I made it an axe. I just felt like this is better than having two pieces sticking out from the Insecticon. Anyway, this thing is terrific. I mean, I can't say it enough. I'm digging the way it turned out. Kind of reminds me like a cicada when it's in its alt mode. But yes, let's looking at the figure for what we get. The wings do open and close to give it that flying if you like to have it flying. The head, you know, is locked in. You really don't see any robot kibble underneath. So they did a terrific job in disguising the robot kibble, except for when you get to the front. And we all know that's the head of Venom. So it looks real good, guys. So I think they've done a terrific job on this figure. And this is actually a new mold. So I'm very pleased with it, and it turned out terrific. So here we are at my favorite part of my review. I love to do comparisons. And right off the bat, you see 4 Insecticons before you. Here we have Ramsat right here, Barrage, Venom, and Chop Chop. So just looking at them right there, they look good. So if you've been collecting over the last couple of years, you have a completed team now. Hasbro's not lying when they said they are completing teams. So as you know, this was a part of the Legacy 4-pack. So if you have it, I know you're happy. And these two are part of the Amazon, which you could have got this week on sale. So to complete your Insecticon team, as you are aware, or if you are not aware, these 4 figures were not allowed to appear in the show because they were owned properties from a different toy making company. I think it was Bandai or something like that, from what I was reading on TF Wiki about it, because I wasn't sure, and I was wondering why they didn't show up in the cartoon. But yeah, that's why. So, but just looking at them as a whole, they look good. Hasbro is doing a terrific job with these figures. I mean, who doesn't like big bug Insecticons? I mean, my son and I was playing with Venom last night, and he was like, you know, amazed that these bug transformers are really cool. He's excited about them. You know, it's getting him into Transformers. You know, it was like I wanted to cry because, you know, my son didn't want to play with Transformers. I'm like, son, these are the most awesomest things ever that has been made in the history of toys. And he was like, I don't want to play with them. But now he's like, oh man, these bugs are just crazy. So he's just fascinated with them. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on and get ready to bring this video review to a close. So in conclusion, bros, I just want to say this is an awesome figure, guys. I can't express it enough. As you see, I am just excited to talk about this awesome Transformer that is a part of Age of the Primes Wave 3. I'm definitely looking forward to what they're going to do going into the new year for Transformers Age of the Primes 2026. This completes the Insecticon trio for these comic stars of the show who were obliterated by Galvatron and Megatron throughout the comics. But anyway, I end up picking this up at my, well, it's not even at my local Macy's. I got it while I was on a mini trip to Miami, Florida. Macy's had this in the whole wave of Wave 3 on the shelves when I walked in, and I saw the rumors that people were getting these at Macy's. I ended up paying $24.99 plus taxes, and it was a fair price because there's no price hike for these toys at Macy's. It was regular retail, so it was an instant buy because I didn't have them and Amazon was making me wait. Sorry for the delay on getting this video out, but guys, I appreciate the love, the support. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And not only that, guys, you can hype these videos up now to give it more traction and help your content creator get more, publicity for being monetized and also make more money. So thank you. I appreciate those that help me by hyping up my videos and supporting by liking, comment, and share and subscribing. As always, until next time, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon.